Today is going to be the review of this Redcat Racing short course truck blackout edition. And I just wanted to give a quick video or a little visual how it compares in track width to a touring car. About the same length, but the overall width is quite a bit different. Amazing, huh? I understand the Redcat Racing comes out in two different versions for the blackout editions, brushless and brushed. This happens to be the brushless version. And if you decide to get this particular one, or the brushless version upgrade, I would highly recommend it over anything else. The motor itself, just scanning over Redcat Racing's website, the motor itself is over $100 upgrade. If you wanted to convert your current brushed Redcat Racing to brushless, if you're using their parts, it's over $100. So you're saving money right from the get-go. One of the things I really didn't like, put this more front and center here. Let's see if we can brighten this up a little bit. There we go. Is these low profile tires. Visually, it just doesn't look right on a stadium truck. But I know why they did it, and that's to stop the saucering or ballooning of the tires. Visually, I just don't like it sitting still, but driving down the road, you don't even notice this. I mean, these are horrible, horrible looking wheels. I think they could have done a better design. Looking at this, I mean, just visually sitting still, sitting on your shelf like mine does, or out driving it, but mostly for sitting still purposes, I think they could have done a better job designing a wheel. The tires are perfect. I think they're nice all around, good terrain tires. Nice large scale, very stable at speeds, at high speeds. Describe the environment I usually drive in is usually a hard surface, and then when it's not hard surface, it's sand, mostly sand where I live, so the terrain is either really loose or really rough. So driving on a hard surface, full throttle, hitting the turtles in the middle of the road, the truck just sucks it up. It absorbs it, doesn't get it unstable. It just moves right along at full speed. What the top speed of this, I don't know, is. It's I'm going to say it's greater than 25 miles an hour because I have a touring car that's clocked at 23 miles per hour with a GPS, and this is definitely faster. Got nice big bore shocks on it, oil filled, of course. I mean, I think that's a nice tread pattern. Really nicely done. They got a nice little accent there in the window to make it look like there's a roll cage in there and whatnot. And so let me pop that top here and let you see the inside. Alright, so here's a look at the inside here. Everything is nice and tidy in there outside this big wire, but they do give you a place to kind of tuck it in right here. You got these little deals right here. I found them to be ineffective, but very nice, very tidy. I like how clean it is on the inside. I mean, it's not a bunch of wires going everywhere. One adjustment I did make to mine right off the get-go is the rear of the vehicle has a lot of toe in. The front of the vehicle has a lot of toe out. It may be hard to tell that on camera, but I did fix the rears so that your toe is adjustable on the rear, and the parts are compatible. Like if you break this arm, you go to their website and then you order this arm, but it's good for any of the other arms, the lower A arms. So you order one part and it's good for any corner of the vehicle. To me, I think the vehicle's very well balanced right out of the box. I haven't felt the desire to tune the shocks or change out the oil. Whatever oil they put in there, I thought is working fine for my environment, for where I'm driving. And let's see, I think this is a 3800 Libo. Let me pause that. It's a 3200, But I've seen on their website they go up to like a 5800, which is almost $100. But this vehicle is capable of using the 3S battery. But be warned, if you don't read the instructions, if you go 3S, you have to order their 12-volt cooling fan. This is not rated for the cooling fan is not rated for 3S, so you have to get the 12 volt. This is only a 5-volt cooling fan, so you have to get the heavier duty cooling fan. Ball bearing construction throughout. Awesome top speed in this guy. Instant acceleration. Very well handled. The only other thing is I gotta adjust the toe on the front side right here, and I think they just got a machine that assembles these little tie rods together or something that twisted in a certain amount of times, because the front was towed out, the rear was towed in. So I think they got a machine that just assembles it and spins it a certain amount of turns, and then it's done. That being said, this is my first Redcat Racing vehicle. I have never owned one before, never felt the desire to own one before, because every video I've ever seen has been like a crawling video for Redcat Racing, so I never even considered them before. You know, thanks to my wife, she got me this one, and I'd be willing to consider another Redcat Racing product. Just not a crawler. I'm not into that crawling stuff. So a couple of the pet peeves I've run across, as you can see right here. I mean, I've only ran like 6 charges to this. We've got a mud flap here, and that one is MIA. And this one's very insignificant to me, but I mean, when you like to have things symmetrical, all the body pins, they all come in one side. There's not a left and a right. I like to have things symmetrical. So that's just very, very minor. First 3 or 4 charges out of this vehicle, the battery pack right here, it seemed to run hard all up until the last minute, where the vehicle would just stop for no apparent reason, and that's because of whatever. The battery being absolutely brand new, I have no idea, but it would just stop. It would give no warning at all that the vehicle lost power from the battery pack. So that being said, be aware of that, and I'm guessing that's perfectly normal, because now the vehicle actually starts to lose performance as a vehicle loses its battery voltage, and so you get a warning on when to go ahead and shut down the vehicle. If the transmitter makes an audible, I'm a combat veteran, so I don't hear it going beep, 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 and I'm not looking at the transmitter to see if there's any kind of warning lights on it. That being said, I'll show you the transmitter. So it's a pretty nice transmitter in my opinion. It does the job quite effectively. You got steering rates, you got throttle trim, steering trim, you got steering reverse and throttle reverse, and then you got a binding button up here in the top center. I never had to use that function. I just turned it on and then turned on the vehicle, and then it was hooked up and ready to go. I didn't have to go through any complicated arming procedures, which I like. And I like the dust cover on the back here. And the steering wheel's fairly small. I like that. You know, it's not overly excessive. It does require 4 AA batteries on the bottom side. Pretty nice little vehicle. One of these days I'll get me a camera system where I can record some live action shots. I hope you guys enjoyed this small little comparison. Here's a little comparison. There you go, a little 1/18th scale to 1/10th scale. Quite a bit different now. Anyway, y'all have a good day.